I just was expecting that to be here day one. That's all. That's all there is on the Providence platform for now, so let's go ahead and check out the spaceport. Coming off of the shuttle in August Dunlow brings you to an expansive platform clearly intended to handle a huge rush of tourists. Much like other areas at Orison, there are more plaques here featured under some very cool statues of the C2 Hercules and the MSR. They really add to that feeling that you're in an amusement park or tourist location of some sort. When you consider that the commercial flights are expected to run to and from the various cities of Stanton, the scale of an area like this really does make a lot of sense. Continuing through the elevators leads you into the customs area, and here's a nice place of familiarity for any citizen who's been to the planetary spaceports. I really like that the customs are all pretty much standardized in a way that helps you know, yeah, I finally found the right place, here is where I can leave. I'd also like to point out at this time that none of the security guards come off as aggressive here in Orison, and they're not even armed. I feel like this is an oversight on CIG's part, as I've woken up here with a crime stat and the guards don't do anything to you. Maybe give them the Uberev electro pistols or whatever so they stun people instead of killing them. Once you pass customs, you get one last look at the great views they've designed the entire zone around, and a ship rental booth. Heading upstairs brings you to another merch vendor, but this time there's space whale plushies! I love these things, and adding a variety of little plushies and things like this in the game gives people who set up events another tool to use for beacons and capture the flag events and things like that. Great job, CIG. More of this. Just past that sales booth, you can also find a new Chairman's Club entrance. Let me know down below if you've gotten in. I'm not sure if it's been added or not. I know that they've mentioned a possible rework of concierge benefits, and maybe this will be part of it, but I'd be interested to know if anybody has further information down below. The last few booths you find on your way out are again food vendors. Another Whammers and an Elroy's. Hanging off of the ceiling are some pretty cool space whale banners, and centering your view on the information desk actually frames a really nice shot. This leads to the last part of Orison that's really Orison, the ASOP terminals. I like the setup here and how close they are to the elevators. It never made sense why places like Lorville had terminals so far from the ships. Now, from here on out, the hangars are literally the same as the hangars from New Babbage. Nothing new here. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if this changes in the future. So what are my final thoughts? Orison, well, really Crusader itself, is a beautiful zone and a huge achievement for what CIG needed to get planets made on the scale that they hope to in the future. This is only the first iteration, and they've openly stated that the cloud tech is in a very early phase, with a lot of polish and optimization to come. I find the lack of meaningful shops a bit disappointing, but again, I expect this, as well as the inventory currently available at some of the shops, will be expanded upon in the future rework. The fact that you're at a ship manufacturer with nowhere to buy a ship or even ship components is really a huge letdown. Overall, I'm very impressed with what they've pulled off. Once they address some of the minor concerns that I do have here, I could see Orison becoming my favorite landing zone. Now that's all I have to say on Orison and Crusader for now. I'll be happy to take a look at this again in the future once they've really done a lot of work and made this place what they expect it to be. What are your thoughts? Do you like Orison? Do you think it's impacted the gameplay way too heavily? Are you excited for it to hit live? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you very much to my incredibly generous patrons. If you like this video, do the whole like and subscribe thing. You know the drill, everybody. That's it for me. I'm out of here.